Okay, guys, we're back again with another video, and we're here with an article from That Part Place by Marvin Montanaro. And this is basically talking about how Sweet Baby Inc. has been reportedly dropped by Sony.
Hooray!
Um, and this is a great thing, if that's the case, if this is true. Um, but from my understanding is DEI, I believe there's a creator called Kirsha. She's the anime Fox lady VTuber who talked about this thing called Bridge, and it's basically taking DEI, getting rid of its own department, and just sewing it into the fabric of everything with business. And if this is true, if they're actually dropping Sweet Baby Inc. and getting rid of DEI, I think this is a good thing for their games going forward.
Oh boy, I've been waiting for this for a long time, bro. Fuck, fuck the Sweet Baby Inc. Like in DEI projects. Like, if I wanted to be inclusive, like I would just create a character for that and actually have them like be like a part of the story without shoehorning them into it. All Sweet Baby Inc. did was just shoehorn characters in. That's all they did. It wasn't even like they're not even like interesting characters. It is said, "Hey, you're important now," and then that's it. That's all they did.
Kevin, are you telling me you didn't like Spider-Man 2 with Miles Morales helping two gay dudes suck each other off at the prom? Come on. You don't like that stuff?
Daddy, chill.
Oh no, it. Oh yeah, no, it's that, and I also really thoroughly enjoyed being deaf for an entire mission.
Yeah, I remember that. What are you like cleaning up graffiti or something like that? It was
No,
Miles'
you are
girlfriend.
graffitiing. Like you are
Oh
graffitiing.
yeah,
You're
yeah,
not
yeah.
cleaning graffiti. You are graffitiing
And
while deaf.
I was gonna say, don't they try to simulate deafness? I'm like, again, is this cultural appropriation for the deaf now? Like, I don't know what's going on here.
Yeah. No, I don't think that's a great thing. Just fuck off.
In all reality, if this is true, this is a great thing for their games, and hopefully, it's a sign of things to come. I think a lot of these publishers are realizing, hey, we're losing money. We're paying this group of people millions and millions of dollars to quote unquote improve our games, make it feel more inclusive, but we're losing our fan base, the core base that made us who we are, that allows us to create these things and build this empire basically, and trying to get new people, but we're getting nobody because all these people who champion all this ideology aren't buying your games, and they're suffering and they're just bleeding out. And we see that every year, every few months, every month practically, where we're letting go of however many hundreds or thousands of people. And I'm just hoping this is one of those moments where they open up their eyes like, wow, we need to do something fast.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, weren't like the sales of Spider-Man 2 more specifically, since it's on the screen there, weren't the sales for Spider-Man 2 like far less than Spider-Man 1
I believe so.
and even Spider-Man's DLC?
I believe so. I don't have the exact numbers in front of me, but I believe they're significantly less. But even like I think it was a PS5, there was the Miles Morales game. It was like just specifically Miles Morales, and it was like already on the console, or you had a copy of it. It came bundled with the console, and I don't think even that did very well in terms of numbers.
Which is crazy to me.
It's just baffling. And obviously, Kevin, like Sweet Baby Stink, which is basically what they really are. They have their tendrils and everything. They had it all over the website. But this is like probably last year. All of the website, all the games that they had the tentacles in, and those are the games that ultimately have suffered the most in terms of from where they started to how it ended. We have God of War, for instance. The first 2018 God of War, I thought was really good. Kratos, he wasn't his typical rage-filled, murderous self from the first game, but obviously in the third game, he basically he kills all the gods, and he basically doesn't he kill himself at the end of the games?
Dude, you're asking me to go so far back into my memory. I don't know. I honestly don't remember. It's been so long since I played like that last like God of War game before like the whole like reboot, quote unquote
Yep.
reboot. I do know that he did kill just about everyone, if not everyone. He destroyed the entire Greek pantheon, for that matter. And then I guess according to like the new 2018 reboot, he decided to move into the Norse realm, and that's where like according to like the lore of this new reboot of God of War, like he becomes like more mature. He understands his past, and like he uses that to like fuel like this like change in himself. I guess I don't know. I guess it's like some sort of like learning process of like controlling your rage and like using it like in like a more healthier way. What not entirely a bad That's really not a bad like sort of way of viewing it. Like every guy should have some sort of like rage monster in him, but like you should like understand and how to control like that person.
And I think this kind of goes to like, I think it was Jordan Peterson who said you want to be a warrior in a garden, not a gardener in a battlefield. In terms of you want that ability to defend your family, defend your property, whatever. Um, but you also want to be kind and gentle, specifically to your family and your kids. I think that evolution of Kratos in the game was really great, but then that second game came out, and there was some weird things that were going on there. Especially that they made one of the Norse, I think it was it a goddess? I didn't play the second game. I played the first one. They made one of the Greek gods. Wow, one of the Norse gods black, and I'm like that doesn't make a lick of sense. But I think it was just a random SBI insert just to kind of cover their bases.
Yeah, absolutely. That's entirely the reason for it, because no black person's ever going to go to like what's ever recorded in history ever up north like that. To have like just a random black character in like a game that's supposed to be somewhat like tied to actual pantheons, it just seems like out of place and kind of just shoehorned in there like with all other SBI bullshit.
And it's unfortunate for them to put forth their agenda and spreading this DEI bullcrap. They have to inject it, like you said, shoehorn it into existing IPs and franchises. Because we've seen what happens when they make their own game. Was it Dustborn,
You are racist.
Concord,
Concord? These games
Dragon
are
Age of Veilguard.
Dragon
Well,
Age of
actually, no,
Veilguard.
Dragon Age of Veilguard was actually an already existing IP that they just shoehorned all their bullshit into.
But just
Never
the
mind.
games alone that have been specifically new characters, new story, blah blah. It's a complete disaster. It's a mess. And like I said before, these people who champion DEI and want all this crap don't play the games or don't have kids that want to play the games. Um, it's just these psychos that want to ruin everything. It's like that meme where it's me and you in the clubhouse, and this group of people said, "Hey, we want in too," and we make a little bit of room, and they come in, and then they said, "There's not enough room for you," and they kick us out, and then it's the vicious cycle of we get our own thing, they want some of our thing, and then they make it worse, and then we leave. And unfortunately, it's gaming in this instance, and I think it's gonna get worse before it gets better. Um, but hopefully, with Sony supposedly dropping Sweet Baby Inc., it's Sony games will hopefully progress and be better for the future.
I hope we're not going to get SBI replaced by something else, something far worse.
I
I hope that's not happening. I hope they realize that like anyone who's pushing like this sort of like ideology, like if they see any sort of similarities going from SBI to whatever if they decide to replace it, I hope they see the patterns, and I hope they cut that off before it like gets into any of their games.
and I think a big thing is though this is kind of like the last point right now to try to right this ship. It's like a cruise ship. It can't turn on a dime. And I think we're still going to get some slop. We're going to get some residual SBI crud. Some of that crusty diaper residue off this baby. And we're going to get some really crap games. And hopefully 2026, 2027, we'll get some actual original, very good games or even sequels and prequels. As much as I hate that idea of more prequels to sequels, but if we get really good ones or remakes or remasters that actually show love and care for the properties, I think it would be a good thing. It'd be a nice refresher, a nice palate cleanser after all that bullcrap for the past, let's be real, it's in 2020, 2019, we've been getting some crap games.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I hope we start getting something good going forward.
Hey, you made it to the end. If you enjoyed, hit the like and subscribe button. Comment down below. We want to hear your thoughts, and we'll catch you on the next one.